Aloha and welcome to Remote Promote. For those of you joining us for the first time, Remote Promote is a project that was created to support business owners and entrepreneurs during this time with the online communities, and that it was a win-win for everyone. That businesses would thrive and that people would be super satisfied with the services that they had received. And today it is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you a friend of mine, Garrett Collins. And Garrett is a serial entrepreneur. He started his first company when he was 26, sold it when it grew to a substantial size, and now he's his new company, New Computers. He's actually the owner and founder. He's been working with this company for 4 years. However, he's been involved with IT for the past 17 years. His approach is people first. He offers nationwide support, and I personally have used Garrett's services and am always extra pleased with the results that I get and the service that he provides. In fact, he currently has software installed on my computer. When my computer starts doing its shenanigans and I can't sign on or it dies, then he can actually access it even though he's not with me physically. So in any case, welcome Garrett and thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
It's delightful having you. So Garrett, tell us, what is it that sets you up in the industry?
Well, I think you already kind of touched on it. We try and take a people first approach. I put the needs of our clients before our own, and everything comes back around. We never try to upsell. We always seek the most cost efficient means of delivering the IT services that our businesses need.
That's so great. Thank you for that. And would you say, what challenges do you solve and why are you inspired to do this?
Challenges really vary by client. Um, if you're if you're like an architect, you have challenges that are way different than if you are a landscaper, for example. So we look at our clients and we figure out what the best IT solutions are going to be for them, and we try and implement them. I'm actually inspired to do this kind of work because I'm a natural problem solver and I really love a challenge.
That's great. And how are you currently providing this service for your clients?
We work primarily remotely. We'll be on site when necessary, but it's much less intrusive to the business workflow if things can be done in the background. So how that happens is we usually start service by deploying our proactive maintenance client to the client site and then remotely resolve their IT issues in the background. That keeps the business running smoothly and also maximizes the efficiency of their own efforts because we're not getting in their way.
Yeah, that's great. Can you tell us one of your favorite, I know it's kind of off the cuff, can you tell us one of your favorite problems that you've solved or one of your favorite stories?
Um, there was an interesting problem. This was with my first company. Uh, so we had a client who needed IT storage, like data storage, and this was in like 2010-ish. Um, and they didn't really have the budget for a real storage system. They're looking at that time to do a 40 terabyte storage system that was co-located from their Reno site to their California site. And because they didn't have the budget, we did a lot of research and figured out a way to basically build this storage system for, oh gosh, like 1/20th of the price of buying it from someone like Dell or something like that. And we actually slaved it off of their currently existing equipment so that it acts as if it was internal to the machine. So it's really seamless. Got the colo working, so file changes in Nevada, it's automatically seen in California on their own localized stuff. And yeah, so we were able to do that for the client um, for much less than just purchasing a bunch of really, really pricey equipment, including our own labor costs, which was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
Wow, that's fantastic. I can see how you really do enjoy that problem solving aspect. That's really great.
Yeah, it was a cool
And
project.
yeah, that's neat. And what pivots have you made during this time, Garrett?
So I guess touching on the old business is important here because to fully answer the question, I got to tell you about it. So I started that business in Reno, Nevada, grew it over the 5 years to about 6 employees, sold it, and moved to Hawaii for family reasons. After moving, I wanted to um, really narrow my focus because I wanted to do just SEO essentially, which is search engine optimization, Google Magic, getting people found online. Um, so I set up New SEO in Honolulu and started trying to build that business. And what happened was interesting is um, I think people are a little bit behind the times sometimes when it comes to establishing their online presence, especially in Hawaii, from what I've seen. So not only did people not know what SEO was or generally not care because most of them didn't have websites, um, you know, it really made it hard to sell SEO to someone who really didn't know what it was or care about it or understand the value. So the customer base was not there to support the business, just doing SEO. So what I did is I pivoted and I started looking at what I could do that would help others, putting people first again, and added services such as IT support, MSP services, websites, and all the stuff we do today. And now, 4 years later, it's kind of funny because I've come full circle and I'm back running New Computers, which is a one-stop shop for worry-free IT. We just do basically anything IT related that folks need. You have to be a generalist.
Yeah, that's great. And lastly, Garrett, do you have any special offerings for our online communities today?
Yeah, thanks for asking. So in January, because I did see there, especially in Hilo, there's a lot of businesses with little to no online presence, and they have like really amazing stuff. So if you can find them, it's awesome. But if you can't, you know, it's not so great. So I created a really, really, really efficient way of developing websites, which brought the total cost for a new website down from like $1,500 to $2,500 per website outbound to just $39 a month, including hosting, including maintenance and security of the website itself, uh, which is awesome for everybody because for me, it gives me um, more clients, more people I can help, which makes it feel great. And then for other people, it really helps them get online, establish their presence, and especially in the COVID era, it helps them just stay in business, which is something I really hope we're able to do as a community here. Um, and on that note, I was able to use the platform because it was so efficient with a little spare time that I had to build an online community resource that if you're in Big Island, you might already know about Big Island Shops. That's bigislandshops.com. It's essentially a free community resource that I put together that it's like an online shopping mall where you can go and you can find all these hard to find folks and just you know, do business with them. It doesn't cost anything to the consumer or the business to be on there. It's just my gift back to the community and um, my way of trying to help us come out stronger together.
Oh, that's so great. I'm super happy to share that. Well, thank
Thanks.
you so much, Garrett. Yes. And thank you for joining us again today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. And for those of you that are interested in showcasing your business here with Remote Promote, I would love to hear from you. Or if you know someone, I would love to hear from you as well. So thank you for joining us again. And until next time, aloha.